I'm so accustomed to having my intro play. I completely forget. I'm Bogart and forgetting that intro. We going live again, and we're back. We're back again. Facebook tried to shut me out, but you know what? I said we gonna try it one more again. So go and share this stream out. If you just now joining, share this stream out. Let your family and friends know that you were watching part two of the Entanglement, because we got 5 or 6 more videos to roll through, and we gonna make it happen. Facebook, just put me on the payroll. That's all. Look. I asked Jada and Red Table Talk to allow me to be a moderator, and they chose not to. So I had to do my own thing. I had to do a special edition, special report, Friday Night Live, because they ain't want to let me in. And I make my own rules. Because I follow those. I don't follow no other rules. I follow mine. So go ahead and again, share this stream out right now. If you're just now joining, share this stream out. Let your family and friends know that you were tuned in for Live with London, the Entanglement Part 2, because I'm back like I never left. And they should be tuned in too. We're gonna make this thing happen tonight. I ain't get myself together and buy no bottles of wine for me just to be sitting up here by myself and not talking with my good people. I know y'all got y'all bottles, y'all got y'all cocktails, y'all here and y'all ready to laugh and get a little lit. So come on, let's talk. Let's chat it up. I couldn't see no more comments. I didn't even know y'all were still watching me. I'm glad I wasn't like digging in my nose or having beard stand up, because Lord knows I ain't got no pants on. Share this stream out. Let your people know that you watch it and that they should be watching too. I see Jones in the building, Tierra's in the building, Stan's in the building, Shanika's in the building, Dev's in the building, HQD is in the building. What up, Shanika? So let's see. Video 10. That's where I stopped at. Video 10. Let's go and pull it up. Pull her on up. Get ready to get it started. Y'all ready? Let me know that y'all ready. Give me some thumbs up. You can drop some thumbs up emojis inside the comments. What up, Jamie? What up, Nordine? Let's see what y'all want to talk about. Some of us stuck at work being entertained. I appreciate you. What up, Coco? We only got a few more videos to play, but I gotta keep it going. Facebook tried to shut me down. Y'all got a notification saying that I'm doing things wrong, and I'm like, wait, what does this mean? Am I about to get the FBI about to knock on my door? Because I ain't hurt nobody. Not when Breonna Taylor officers who killed her still need to be arrested. I know you ain't pulling up on me, Facebook. Come on now, help me out. Help me help the community. Do it for the culture. Arrest the cops that killed Breonna Taylor. And I'm going to sit that there since y'all want to play games, Facebook. I said what I said. All right, I see y'all. What up, Anastasia? What up, Mama Mash? What up, Lori? What up, Kadisha? What up, Rob? Let's go ahead and get into number 10 and play that out, and let's see what they was hollering about at Red Table Talk for these 45 seconds.
I feel like that husband, like I'm with you at the press conference. I'm that husband. Now I got to be with you at the press conference while you like tell the world about your transgressions.
Well,
like I love my baby. I'm gonna stand by my baby no matter what.
Well, I definitely understand why it would look that way or feel that way, but I actually don't look at it as a transgression at all. Through that particular journey, I learned so much about myself and was able to really confront a lot of emotional immaturity, emotional insecurity, and I was really able to do some really deep healing,
So let's talk about how she just said all of what she just said. She said a lot there, but let's talk about what Will said first. He said he feels like that husband at the press conference. Here's the thing. There's never been a situation where the husband was at the press conference. But I vividly remember, and God rest his soul, rest in power, Kobe Bryant and Vanessa Bryant being at a press conference and her having to like hold his hand and be that supportive and doting wife because he had been charged with raping somebody back in the day, a decade plus ago. I don't ever remember the situation where it was a woman and a man, and the man is the one who's being that supportive and loving husband. I'm just saying, I don't believe in double standards and stuff, or better yet, I don't even believe in gender roles, to be quite frank. But I thought that was interesting that he brought that up, and then when he even said your transgressions, but Jada, quick to who don't need permission, said I don't really consider them transgressions. I learned so much about myself. Jada says I don't have bad days. I don't make mistakes. I don't have, well, she didn't say I don't make mistakes, but she said I don't make regrets, basically, and said I learn. That's what I do. I don't have any regrets. I have learnings. She said, so what you won't do is say call my transgressions when I was learning. What up, Clarissa? What up, Lorraine, HQ says, poor Willard. They are a beautiful disaster, but it's almost like that we love to watch. I have to admit, after watching this Red Table Talk, I like Will and Jada that much more. I'm going to take another sip. Okay, 2 swallows. Oh, what up, Kiki Noel? Why Augusta had put her out there? Why Augusta had to put her out there? This junk embarrassing either way. What up, Mariah? I thought you meant to say Augusta, Kiki. Clarissa says, listen, she would not call that thing a transgression, and that is telling. Jones back, what's up? Basically, she said, she said what she said. And that's just that. This is my show. This is my red table. And what you won't do is call what I did, my experiences, a transgression. Stan says Jada really propped herself up. Savage. Super savage. Like, straight up super savage. Like, seriously. Jamie says Will is not happy about this. He's saving face for TV. Speaking of the whole savage life, I want to know this. How did y'all... Where is it at? Where is this thing that I wanted to show y'all? Right here. Matter of fact, I'm going to pull it up right now. All I hear in my head when I saw this picture, when this picture was sent to me, when the producer sent it to me, was, how did you do that so fast? Like Beyonce doing Homecoming when somebody had on her outfit. So I'm like, who made this quickly? I mean, I know y'all be having y'all heat presses and things at the house or whatever, which y'all business. Shout out to the business owners. But I was like, how did you do this so fast? And where do I get one? Where's the link? Producers, do better. Shoot out the link because I want to promote this business. But let's keep on talking. Clarissa says, I couldn't imagine being August watching that mess, looking like a black mama in a scarf. Lord, I think, well, and this is the thing too. I think the next video is going to show right when the narrative really started switching to where it was no longer even about August and what he had to say and what that experience was like. It really turned into like Jada's own introspection. Y'all is late at night on a Friday. It's been a long week. But her own self-reflections and then where her and Will are now and who they are, where they've been and where they are going. The internet is so quick, Joan. HQ says, I just want to know what he used for that ombre twist out, right? Me too. My hair, one day, that's goals. You already there though, HQ. Your hair was looking real lovely on that webinar day. Let's play another video. Let's get into number 11. Give me a sec to pull it on up and to mute my mic so I can watch with y'all too.
And as I came through and started to realize certain things about you and I, he decided to break all communication with me,
Right.
which was totally understandable.
Right.
And I let that be and hadn't talked to him since.
Right.
So it is a little weird that all this stuff is coming out now, since this was
because for me, this was years ago, right? So the fact that it's coming up now, and I think it could feel weird for people that we're laughing and talking about it, but
it happened so long ago.
And our experiences of working through it, fighting through it, talking through it, therapizing through it. I think that the why now is weird.
Yeah.
So here's what I also find interesting. The fact that they both keep finding it so weird. I don't. Because again, I simply go back to, he just dropped his album on June 26th. Why is it so weird that he's come forward now spilling all the beans? I don't think that's weird. I think that was him like reaching. That was him grasping for straws and still trying to hit that Billboard charts, and it still didn't happen. Now I will say though, I did download the album. And in fact, not only did I download the album, it's a song on there called Soon As I Walk In. I encourage you, let's go ahead and get our man August some streams of the Product 3 State of Emergency. Specifically though, the song Soon As I Walk In, because I'm gonna be real with y'all. I'm a few glasses in, and I definitely made a video to Soon As I Walk In earlier that, in my opinion, may just be OnlyFans worthy. I don't know. But Soon As I Walk In, I like that song. I like it a lot. But also when she says she hasn't talked to him since when he decided to cut off communications with her, which was probably healthy and best for him, although he still seems like he's processing and working through that. But then it says, when Will said therapizing, is that a word? I know we got a lot of smart people who watch Live in London, so I appreciate y'all so much. But please let me know, is therapizing a word, or is he making that up like I was trying to make irreconcilable into irrecomprehensible? I'm curious. I seriously would like to know, though, for real. Nonetheless, let's go ahead and get into this next video. I'm seeing some of the comments that are coming through. I'm going to read some of them since I can actually see them. What up, Maya? What up, Dana? Rob said she was hitting him up for D calls, and August said, no more. Get it from Will. Even with that, y'all, when she was talking about, like, when she said so long and felt it had been so long and she just wanted to feel good, I was like, are you basically saying Will sex is whack? Because that's what it's almost coming across as for me. And I'm just like, Will, how are you sitting across the table like that, letting her disrespect you on Facebook? Like, that you know people gonna be tuned in for. That thing had over 20,000 shares when I watched it an hour after she had, the Red Table Talk had done posted it. But again, I digress. You never know. Maybe he just don't. Maybe the motion of the ocean ain't what it's supposed to be. I don't know. But let's go ahead and get into video number. What would this be? 12? Yeah, video number 12. I see ya. What up, Winnie? KG says he tried to make himself relevant. Will about to go make a baby. Adrian says literally just go there. It's a word, ain't it though? I see Queen and Alice. What up, y'all? Let's pull up video number 12. Though. Let's get into it.
Og and I haven't talked in so long. You know what I mean? So I don't know. This all seemed very strange, you know. But I'm grateful for the journey that you and I have had together. Yeah. Because I feel like there are a lot of couples that go through those periods. Yeah. And a lot of couples that have to separate and think it's over. And, you know, the one thing I'll say about you and I is that there's never been secrets.
Right. We came together young, and we were both broken in our own ways. And to be able to make mistakes without the fear of losing your family is so critical.
Yeah. It's the idea of any relationship and trying to get to deeper understanding of love is going to be forged in fire. Yeah. There's no way around it. Yeah.
So a lot to unpack there with what all was said. What up, Sherry? Miss Sherry. Jada at her peak. Will has passed his peak. Jada do look real good. Let's call a thing a thing. Let's shout out to Jada and that skin because she's glowing and the skin is tight. She look good. She's using her words. She's very, very intentional with her words. So let's talk about when she said, I haven't talked to August in so long. Let me tell you something. I read in between them lines. Now, I know they said it was like 4.5 years ago when all this started. They never said when it stopped. At least I ain't here when it stopped and could blame it on the wine. But I never heard when it stopped. And so when Ferdy said it's been so long, well, what's long? Years? Because I would think if it was years, you would have said years, right? But if it was less than years, I could see why you would say so long. What was it? Months? 6 months? 8 months? 8 weeks? 2 weeks? Like when he dropped that album? Because I need to know! I need to know. It make you wonder if he was a lover scorned and he finally realized Jada would never choose him, just like Olivia never chose Jake. This is like, I think August thought that he was in Scandal and that Jada was Olivia Pope and that he was going to be Fitz. What he did not realize was, you are Jake, August. You are Jake. She sent Jake to jail. And that's pretty much, I think, where your career is going to end up at this point. Now, and again, that's just in my opinion. August, I don't know you. Of course, you don't know me. I do like the name, though, August. But I think you thought you were Fitz. And you weren't. We all know that Fitz and Olivia had the most toxic type relationships. And you just didn't know your role. So, boo-hoo, August. Because this right here, that last video is where things actually started changing. There was a shift. And the shift was when she basically talked about never having secrets. And I think this is where we also can talk about the whole open marriage situation. Because I feel like when you have an open marriage, you are less prone to have secrets. Like you say who you done slept with, where you going. You ain't got to lie. You just be honest and say what it is because it's what it is. Y'all have an arrangement type thing. So I definitely do believe that they have that situation going on. But then even when Will says that we were both young and broken, I hope y'all remember that Will was actually married prior to Jada and had a son. That's when he ended up having Trey, his oldest child. But when he says we were broken in our own ways, and to have someone where it's okay to make mistakes without fear of losing your family. Now, what I also like to touch on, I'm gonna get into the comments in a second, y'all. What up, Kayla? What up, Kenya? Without fear of losing your family. Now, I'm a firm believer in this. A mistake is something that happens once. I feel like anything more than once is a choice that one makes. So I'm not sure exactly what all Will done did. I don't know what all Jada done did as to why he was ready to be completely done and they were over 4.5 years ago. But nonetheless, I feel like mistakes, in my opinion, for me, are something that happens one time. And I don't mean one time with one person and then it happens again with somebody else and it's still just a mistake. No. Either we got an arrangement and understanding or it ain't gonna happen no more, period. Jumping into the comments real quick. What up? Joan says she saw that man last month. The house she saw that man last month. The house still smelled like Axe spray and Douce. Let's just tell the whole story. King says, honey, she ain't messing with that Smith money. He should have learned. He should have learned from Side Hustle University. Jasmine says, Jada put the snapper on August. He out here lashing out. He's exactly on there 2 years. That ain't too long ago. She wasn't done with him. What up, Stephanie? What up, Marquita? Clarissa says, let church say amen. Amen, y'all. Amen, amen. But yeah, that's just kind of how I feel. Like, I think that August just didn't know his role. And if he really thought that, I mean, again, like same thing again, God rest his soul to Kobe and Vanessa. Let's be real. Vanessa either was smart enough to know or she had people smart enough to know you'll get more if you stay than if you leave. So it's just like they can have more together, in my opinion, than they would if they were like to leave and separate each other, right? Because I'm gonna call it a thing like I consider Jada and Will to be like that black royalty, right up there with the whole, Michelle Obama and Barack Obama, Beyonce and Jay-Z. It's the Jada and the Will, especially when they hosted BET Awards that time together. I know that's so like, so probably like to like bring that up, but it was a good show, right? And I loved them the way they did the whole Mr. and Mrs. Smith playoff type thing. But let's go ahead and get into this next video real quick. Number 13. We got 3 more I want to play and knock out. Appreciate y'all for rocking with me too, even when we had to shut down because Facebook tried to shut me down. But we back in this, that's how we do. We gotta just work around it. Let's see. Where's number, what am I on? 13? Yeah, 13. I'm trying to count at the same time.
One of the things that I'm deeply grateful in this whole process between you and I is that we have really gotten to that new place of unconditional love.
Because I wasn't sure I was ever going to speak to you again.
I know.
Yeah, like the fact that I'm speaking to you again is a miracle.
I would agree.
No, but it ain't for the weak at heart. There's just certain things that you have to go through, and it's like...
And I wish, I wish that wasn't the case. I do. I wish that wasn't the case.
I sure wish it could be all magic and miracles.
Yeah. You got to go through some to get the answers. And I'm just happy because I definitely believe that you and we never, ever, ever thought that we would make it back.
There's a real power in just knowing somebody's riding with you no matter what.
Yeah.
And you really can't know that
until you go
through some stuff, I don't want to go through this no more.
Yeah, no, I don't either.
Yeah.
So, like, I really do like them together. I know they may seem toxic to some people, but it just is what it is. I like them. Let me read these comments, though, real quick. I screamed at, whose comment was it? What up here? KG says she done with him now that things hit the fan. April says, honestly, their marriage partnership arrangement seems toxic. She's the only one that looks happy. Will looks beaten down and broken. Michelle Ash says, that was one of the best BET Award shows, right? What up, LC? KG says, yeah, Will hurt. Heather says, he want to slap the fuck out of her. He said that's so aggressive. Yo, this is my thing. When she said, I wish it wasn't. And then she was like glowing with it. She was beaming, yo. I wish it wasn't. But that unconditional love is super real. But I really want to know, well, what did Jada do that drove Will to feel like I honestly thought we would never speak again. Cause I feel like, and cause she seemed like it is what it is, bro. Like, whatever. So I feel like Jada must have done something, right? Versus like Will having done something. Jada was like, you know what, you type thing. So I wonder what it was. Because if y'all can sit there at a table and be amicable about the whole August situation, but what did she do? Was she stealing? Was she pulling the Shawnee O'Neal with Shaq money? Like, what was it? What is it? Did she call your mama up? Like, what? I just need to know. Jump back into the comments. Marquita says, Will have a longtime girlfriend model, Heidi. Come on with the spill. Let me take my sip. She is best friends with Chanel Iman. They go on couple trips all the time in all caps. I think they have it set up that if things come to the light, they will address it together. I like, well, you know, in the very first video, Will said, I'm here for you. I'm here for you. Michelle actually, what did she do though? Rob says, he hurt, bro. Can't nobody tell me you would be okay with everybody knowing your wife got knocked down by somebody else, especially with Exhibit A that we showed earlier. It got knocked down with that. And she making comments like, again, where we at? Feel good. I just want to do feel good. So long since I felt good. I just love healing people, right? Even though I just want to feel good. Did y'all watch Beloved? I only watched that one time and barely even watched because it's just creeping me out. But I just always remember that line that Thandie Newton delivered of touch me on the inside or whatever should make me feel good. I was like, this is a weird ass movie. I was like 10. I couldn't do it anymore. I know I'm pivoting, but it's okay. Jazz said, Kenya says she clearly runs that house. Jasmine says Jada a real life thug, and well look, let's be honest though, Jada and Tupac had a thing going on. He said thug life. Y'all think Jada wasn't about that life? I felt like she always was. Y'all saw her and set it off. Even in a different world, she was like real, you know, she was a little rough around the edge. She's a little round the way girl. Nothing wrong with that. She said she didn't get no F's. This ain't Jada's first stop. He's no, it's definitely not. Clarissa says unconditional love can still be toxic. I agree. I feel like I'm not saying that love should have to come with conditions, but I still think people hear unconditional love, or some people want you to have unconditional love for them, but that also means, like, in my opinion, for you not to have no boundaries or no like expectations of them or for them. And I ain't with that. I'm not with that. Like, love me through all the bullshit that I put you through. No, because again, all the bullshit you putting me through or somebody through is a choice that you are like intentionally and actively making. Like when you know something's going to upset somebody or it might hurt them or whatever the case may be, and you still proceed to do it, you just want to be like a dog or nasty or whatever you want to call it. Like that's not even unconditional love because you don't even love them at all. And that's what I go to, like, with it being a choice, choose me. So if you know it's going to make me upset, then choose me over that pleasure, that moment, or whatever it may be, right? KG says Will always felt like he had to fight for her love. That's real. Rob says All was over playing video games with Jaden. Went up to Jada them room, knocked her off, and Will came in the room. And Will didn't like how the kids were being raised either. Elsie says when he said he had to get her back, and she said, "Oh, I think you've done that." Right. What up, Manny? Rob says I'm sure she gave all the gods a high five for receiving that blessing. I cannot. Paul D and say my name. Isn't that what Halle said in Monsters Ball? It is. She said it in Monsters Ball too, something like that. What up, Jade? What up, Shani? Well, Shantae, excuse me. Ever since I think he said at one of those red table talks that he was really pissed with how Jada let the kids do whatever they wanted. She is definitely more of a loose parent, I think, parenting style wise. What up, Vicky? Bunny says, I so remember that beloved part and felt the cringe like I felt the hurt in Will's voice. Marquita says, I think they love each other, but in love, no. I agree, because I didn't really feel like they were in love, even watching this entire video set and going, I watched it so many times, y'all, trying to get my notes and the lineup and the editing of all the videos down. I watched it so many times, I just didn't feel like they were in love. Like, I love you. I fuck with you the long way for life, but I didn't feel that I'm in love with you type situation. It almost borderline felt like brother sister, you know what I'm saying? But maybe like it's just maybe cousins, maybe even cousins, like cousins since babies type situation is what it felt like to me between the two of them. Excuse me. HQ says choose me or let me go. April says Will looking like Tony Braxton was with Baby at the BET Awards. You know what? and I'm gonna take a sip. I'm gonna pour and take a sip on that one, April. What up, Miss Audrey? Hashtag free will. I can't. Free Willy. All right, so let's go ahead and get into number 14 while I'm running my mouth and then take a couple more sips because that's what I can do because I'm grown. And what Tabitha Brown said, it's my business. And it's my business. Thank y'all for rocking with your boy. I really do appreciate it. I think they love their bread. Yeah, they ain't trying to split it up. They are like besties. Thank you, Heather. They are like besties. Real talk. Let's go ahead and get into it, though.
I'm going to get you back first, and then...
You're going to get me back. I think you got me back. I think we're good on that, okay?
Okay, that's probably true.
But, and I don't think it's about getting anybody back.
No, for me it is.
Okay. I'll give you that petty if that's what you want.
I do also appreciate like how they were like making everything like light.
I'm gonna get you back first, and then
you gonna get
how they were making things light towards the end, like trying to laugh and this is that and the third. What up, Shemaya? Heather says kissing cousins. I cannot. Will Jada's rebound after Pac. He said this already. That's true. Adrian said I could not believe he fixed his mouth to say that. Yeah, the whole retaliation thing. I'm not with that kind of stuff either. I'm gonna get you back because when does it end? Honestly and truly, y'all, when does it end? If you constantly playing that tit for tat, retaliation, you hit me, so I'm gonna hit you back, or I'm gonna get you back. I'm gonna get you back. When does it end? Like, I always go to, you ain't tired? You ain't tired, Miss what was it in The Help? Y'all always be referencing movies. Miss Mealy, you ain't tired? You ain't tired, Miss Mealy. Like, I ain't got time. That's exhausting. Like, I ain't got time for that get you back. I don't even get time for, like, trying to keep up with your transgressions. Like, 'cause at the end of the day, either you want me or you don't. And what did HQ say? What you said earlier in the comments, my girl, HQD? I can't find it now. But you said something I had mentioned. And it was just so profound. Like, if you don't want me, let me go. Because we ain't got to do this tip-tat stuff. Like, we much too grown, and I'm much too busy for all of that. Like, you can keep that, player. Jada said, I'm good on that. And then let's go ahead and close it out with the last video from them. Let's pull up. Hold on, let me pull up so I can make sure I hear it too. It's a little long one. Where we at? Last one. Like, here you go.
You know, if you expect to be with somebody for a lifetime.
25 years and counting.
We ride together.
We die together.
Bad marriage for life.
That's terrible.
It's the truth.
It's the truth.
But yeah, it's just part of the journey.
I told you the first year we were married.
What'd you tell me?
That I can love you through anything.
And I didn't believe you.
Yeah.
If somebody looked through a crystal ball and said, this, and this is going to happen, I'd be like, no way.
Yeah. You thought I was that I didn't have the girth that it was going to take to ride with you through.
Yeah. I didn't know if you would be willing to find the deep capacity to love me.
Yeah. How am I doing?
You're doing great.
All right.
Yeah. You're awesome.
So y'all know I'm big on words, and y'all know I'm big on words people use. So, but let's get to the top of that video where they did the whole bad marriage for life thing. Once they did that, then Kenya, I absolutely agree with you. I felt like it was like a planned PR speech from that point. I'm like, y'all can be clever, but even though I know a lot of people on Facebook think they're so clever, and you really not. Y'all be stealing stuff, be stealing y'all statuses from Twitter and thinking that I don't see shit, but I see it. I don't be calling nobody out. I might one day though. I might have to call some people out and do show side-by-side screenshots. Instead of y'all just sharing stuff, you be copy and pasting. It just makes no sense. It upsets me and my homegirl. It be upsetting me. You're not that clever. But nonetheless, I did feel a little PR speeches, for sure. Like they had ran it through their teams. Shanika says they seem like such great friends and they have a good time together. And I agree. I think that they definitely are like have a good time together. And that's why I feel like a lot of relationships, most relationships should be based off like a friendship as the foundation. But I don't know. I think this whole video of the 12-minute Red Table Talk really, for me at least, humanized them more to where it's like, okay, I get it. like everything's not as traditional as we may have been raised to believe, right? And even these people, these celebrities who some may idolize or just put on these pedestals, they're real ass people too. They real ass humans, you know, and they make decisions like we do as well. And they might not have it all figured out. Because none of us have it all figured out, right? We may think we do, but we technically don't. Rob says because they have that bond that is not going to end. It's a situationship that the cat was let out the bag. Rob says, Kenya Edwards, thank you. I swear PR produced this whole thing. We'll try not to make this about him so they didn't air his dirty laundry. They definitely, if you notice, there was a couple like, well, I done edited this thing down, but even with the actual 12-minute video, there were a couple parts where it felt like they cut something that Will said. And I'm like, well, what did he say? What ended up on the chopping floor? Because I'm curious. What up, Mar? Heather says, choose me or let me go. That's what, yes, choose me or let me go. That's it. Choose me or let me go. Clarissa says he looked sad about that 25 years and counting. He did. It was kind of like 25 years and counting. 25 years and counting. Like, I'm in it. I'm here now. If she stayed Journey one more time, his whole demeanor changed. Girth. Yes, Heather. April, you brought me back to my notes. Thank you, girl. So when he said, I think you, well, first off, he said, I told you in our first year that I'll love you through anything. Ladies, this is a perfect example. Get you a man who loves you more than you love them. When he said, I will love you through anything, he was like, I meant that shit. And I know you ain't believe me, but that's what I meant. I will love you, girl, through anything. And then he says, but I know you didn't think I had the girth to ride for you. Or to ride you through, or whatever it says. But the girth, I'm like, why would you use that word? Will? And then when she said, when Sister Jada said, the deep capacity to love. I see Facebook trying to shut me down again. The deep capacity to love. Facebook don't care. They gonna keep trying. The deep capacity to love. I'm like, why would y'all use those particular words? Deep and girth and all of that jazz. Nonetheless, because Facebook trying to not let me be great tonight, I want to say thank y'all so much for rocking with me for this first ever special edition of Live with London on a Friday night. I had to do it because we had been discussing this whole Jada, August, and Will situation for the last 2.5 weeks on Live with London. And so when the video dropped and it released and it was called The Entanglement, baby, I said, oh, we got to do a show tonight. I called the producer and said, what we going to do? What we going to do? Do we do it? Do we not? So we did it. I appreciate y'all for joining me and rocking with me. For those who shared the stream out, thank you so very much. I greatly appreciate the engagement. I appreciate the commentary. It's almost 11 o'clock on a Friday night, and y'all could be anywhere in the world that's open because of, COVID's still real and the pandemic is out here. But y'all chose to be here with me, and I greatly appreciate it. I love y'all. Y'all fuck with me. I fuck with you back. And I hope y'all have an amazing weekend. And I will see y'all on Wednesday for Live with London episode 240. Untitled currently so far. I will see y'all. Y'all have a good one. Good night. Remember to live bold, love loud, laugh hard, and don't stop. Get it. Ooh, ooh, get it. And sip some more.